If there's one key difference between men who naturally attract women and those who struggle, it's this: they know what not to do. Most advice out there tells men how to be more confident, how to impress a woman, how to keep her interested. And sure, those things matter. But what's often overlooked is that avoiding certain mistakes is just as, if not more, important. Because attraction isn't just about doing the right things. It's about steering clear of the wrong ones. And this is where most men go wrong. They believe that if they just try harder, act nicer, give more, and bend over backward to make her happy, they'll win her over. But the truth? Some behaviors don't just lower attraction, they completely wipe it out. And the worst part? Most men don't even see it happening. They're left confused, wondering why her energy shifted, why she lost interest, why she suddenly became distant. And by the time they figure it out, the connection is already broken. So today we're setting the record straight. These are 5 things you should never do if you want to earn a woman's respect, desire, and genuine attraction. Avoid these and you'll be ahead of the game. Let's dive in. 1. Stop putting her on a pedestal. A lot of men believe that if they treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat them like a king. But in reality, the more you elevate her, the more she looks down on you. Most guys don't realize this, but attraction isn't built through blind admiration, it's built through respect. And a woman can't respect you if you act like she's above you. This doesn't mean treating her poorly, it means seeing her as an equal, not an untouchable goddess. Here's the truth: she doesn't want to be idolized, she wants to be challenged, intrigued, and engaged. She wants a man who stands beside her, not someone who bows at her feet. So, how do you stop putting her on a pedestal? 1. Limit the compliments. If you constantly tell her how incredible she is, it starts to lose meaning. A compliment holds value when it's genuine, not excessive. 2. Build your own life. Men who put women on pedestals often do so because they lack direction. Have goals, chase your purpose, and create a life that excites you first. 3. Set boundaries. If she's acting entitled or being disrespectful, speak up. A man who holds his ground earns respect. Women aren't drawn to fantasy, they're drawn to something real. And real attraction comes from mutual respect, not blind devotion. 2. Stop seeking validation from her. One of the biggest turnoffs for women is when a man constantly seeks validation. Yet most men don't even realize they're doing it. It takes on many forms. Asking for reassurance. Do you still like me? Are you upset with me? Over-explaining yourself. I just wanted to make sure you didn't take that the wrong way. Seeking permission to be yourself. Is it okay if I say this? Fishing for compliments. Do you think I'm funny? Do you find me attractive? At its core, validation seeking stems from insecurity. It's putting your self-worth in her hands rather than owning it yourself. And here's the reality: women don't want to be your emotional crutch. The moment she feels responsible for making you feel good about yourself, the attraction starts fading. She wants a man who already knows his own value, not someone who's waiting for her to confirm it. So, how do you break free from this pattern? 1. Detach from her reaction. If you crack a joke, don't immediately look at her to see if she laughed. If you make a decision, don't second-guess it based on her response. Own your choices. 2. Give validation instead of chasing it. Shift the dynamic. Observe her, challenge her, compliment her in a way that acknowledges her depth, not just her looks. 3. Embrace confidence, not neediness. Confidence isn't about being arrogant. It's about knowing who you are, whether she approves or not. A man who doesn't seek validation earns respect, and respect fuels attraction. 3. Never be afraid to walk away. Nothing kills attraction faster than a man who's terrified of losing a woman. When a man fears walking away, he sacrifices his self-respect, tolerates disrespect, and stays in situations that drain him, all in an attempt to keep her around. But here's the irony: the man who isn't afraid to lose her is the one who keeps her the longest. Why? Because she knows he's with her by choice, not out of desperation. A man who stays because he wants to, not because he needs to, is a man who commands respect. And respect is the foundation of real attraction. When you fear losing her, you become overly agreeable. You stop enforcing boundaries, let disrespect slide, and accept behavior you normally wouldn't, just to avoid upsetting her. In doing so, you send the wrong message, that your self-worth depends on her presence. But here's the truth, women don't want to be your purpose. They don't want to be the glue holding you together. They want to feel that you'd be just fine with or without them. Why walking away is powerful. Walking away isn't a game. It's not about making her chase you or proving a point. It's about self-respect. When a man walks away, he's saying, I have standards. I have boundaries. And if they aren't met, I'm gone. And that shifts everything. She realizes she's dealing with a man who values himself, someone rare. Most men will tolerate anything, change who they are, and accept less than they deserve just to keep her. But a man who can walk away, that's a man with options. And a man with options is a man who is naturally attractive. The psychological effect of walking away. Women are instinctively drawn to men who know their worth. If you can't walk away from a situation that no longer serves you, it tells her three things. 1. You don't believe you can do better. 2. You're emotionally dependent on her. 3. You'll tolerate anything to keep her. None of these things build attraction. In fact, they destroy it. But when you walk away, you trigger something powerful. She sees a man who isn't afraid to lose her. And suddenly she realizes she has to bring her best to keep you. Because the truth is, women don't want a man they can control. They want a man they have to earn. When to walk away. 1. When she disrespects you. Whether it's dismissing your opinions, mocking your ambitions, or constantly testing your patience. Tolerating it teaches her that it's acceptable. 2. When she plays games. If she's hot and cold, stringing you along, or making you unsure of where you stand, leave. That's not love, it's control. 3. When she's losing interest. If she's pulling away, treating you like an option, or not engaging, match her energy and walk. Never beg for attention. If she values you, she'll notice your absence. How to walk away with strength. 1. Don't announce it, just do it. Weak men make scenes or say things like you'll regret this. Strong men disappear. 2. Make it about you, not her. You're not walking away to punish her. You're leaving because you refuse to stay in a situation that doesn't serve you. 3. Never look back. The biggest mistake men make? Walking away, then checking in, texting, or hoping she comes back. If you walk, walk for good. The final truth. A man who can walk away is a man who chooses his self-respect over temporary comfort. And that is the kind of man a woman never wants to lose. Never let her control the relationship. A woman will test you, not because she's manipulative or cruel, but because she needs to understand who you really are. She'll push your patience, challenge your confidence, and see if you can stand your ground. And if you fail, she'll lose respect for you. One of the biggest mistakes a man can make is letting a woman steer the relationship. This happens when you agree with everything just to avoid conflict. Let her make all the decisions out of fear of upsetting her, or constantly apologize, even when you've done nothing wrong. Here's the truth. A woman doesn't want to lead. She wants to trust that you can. Leadership isn't about control, it's about direction. A man who knows where he's going and stands firm in his path earns a woman's trust and respect. But if you let her take the reins, she'll resent you for it. 5. Never be unstable in who you are. Women are drawn to certainty, not the overconfidence of arrogance, but the quiet assurance of a man who knows himself. A man who doesn't shift his personality, change his values, or mold himself to fit whoever he's around. When a man lacks consistency, when his words don't align with his actions, when his personality depends on the situation, when he adjusts himself just to be accepted, he loses something crucial: respect. Because deep down, women seek something stable. They want a foundation that doesn't crumble under pressure, a presence that remains steady no matter the challenge, a man who is genuinely himself in all circumstances. The mistake most men make? They think they're being flexible, that they're just reading the room. But every time they shift to make others happy, they lose a part of their identity. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who doesn't stand firm in who he is. Why women are repelled by inconsistency. Attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about emotional and psychological stability. Women, whether they realize it or not, are wired to seek security in a man, not just financial security but emotional strength. A man who wavers under stress, who changes his stance depending on who he's with, who says one thing today and the opposite tomorrow. This signals instability. And when a woman senses this, even subconsciously, she starts pulling away, testing him more, feeling less drawn to him. Not because he's a bad guy, but because he's unreliable. How inconsistency destroys attraction. 1. It makes her doubt you. If you keep changing your views, she'll never know if what you're showing her is real. She'll start second-guessing everything you say, and eventually she'll lose interest. 2. It shows weakness, not adaptability. A strong man can adapt without losing himself. He can be laid back with friends, serious in a business setting, and affectionate with a partner, while still being the same person at his core. But a man who completely changes depending on the situation, he looks lost, like someone desperate for approval. 3. It makes her feel uneasy. If today you say you love deep conversations but tomorrow you act indifferent. If one moment you talk about commitment but the next you dodge the topic. If you act confident in public but insecure in private, she won't know which version of you is real. And a woman who doesn't trust you will never feel truly drawn to you. The power of being unshakable. The most respected men in history were the ones who never shaped themselves to fit the crowd. Think of Marcus Aurelius, a leader who stood firm in his values, unaffected by outside noise. Or Bruce Lee, a man who adapted in combat but never wavered in his philosophy and discipline. Even today, the most captivating men are those who stand firm, not in a rigid, stubborn way, but in a way that says, "This is who I am. I will evolve. I will grow. But I will never betray myself." And that is rare. That is powerful. How to stop being inconsistent. 1. Decide what you stand for and own it. If you don't know your values, you'll be easily swayed. Define what truly matters to you and stick to it, no matter how uncomfortable it gets. 2. Be the same man in every setting. Whether you're around friends, colleagues, or a woman you're dating, be you. Adjust your approach if needed, but never compromise your character. 3. Back up your words with action. If you say you'll do something, follow through. If you claim to have a certain mindset, live by it. The moment your words and actions don't match, you lose credibility, and attraction fades. The bottom line. Attraction isn't just about what you do, it's about what you won't tolerate. A man who constantly seeks validation, puts a woman on a pedestal, lets her take control, fears walking away, or shifts his personality to fit the moment loses everything. But a man who stands firm, knows his worth, leads without fear, and never compromises his integrity, that's the man she remembers. That's the man she respects. That's the man she desires. Because in a world full of men who bend, break, and chase approval, a man who remains unshaken is a rare find. So ask yourself, are you the kind of man a woman can't help but admire? Or are you just another guy hoping to win her approval? The choice is yours. If you got value from this video, don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insights. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Stay focused, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next one.